Hello.
I wondered when you were going to say hello.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our live stream. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the importance of health, the importance of exercise for good health and mental well-being. We are Elizabeth Beetham, and I'm Dominic Beirne of Healthy Mind and Body. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you?
I'm really well, Dominic. I have been doing some exercise. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. Yes, we are in agreement, aren't we, that exercise is absolutely essential for good health. And we want to emphasize this evening, and we want to encourage you all out there to, as I always say, move that body.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, what the feedback I'm getting from many of our clients, that we're getting from our clients, is that this particular lockdown, and if you think about it, this is the third time we've been locked down, is far more difficult than the first two. Particularly the first one, if you remember, it was the spring. We had the most wonderful spring, so it was so easy to get out there. The weather's not been so good recently, so it makes it more difficult. And in fact, a postman I was talking to recently told me that many of the people that he delivers post to are still in their dressing gowns. So this evening, we want to give you lots of reasons why you shouldn't slouch about in your dressing gowns all day. You've got to get out there and move that body.
Absolutely.
So do you agree with that, Dominic? What's your
Absolutely. Exercise are so important for our mental health, our physical well-being. And as you were saying, Elizabeth, this last year, the whole world has been in lockdown of some form or another. And so it, like last year, we were, in this country anyway, when we went into the first lockdown, we were coming into spring, summer.
Yeah.
So we were able to go out and do the exercise and walk and that. And it was almost like we need to get out, because it was so new for us. But this last lockdown, as we were talking about earlier, Elizabeth, before we came on air, people are just not exercising. No. Or people find it more difficult to exercise and get into that motivational state to go out and exercise. And this is a great shame, because one of the things, and I think you got the actual figures there, Elizabeth, but one of the things that contributes to people dying from COVID is the being overweight.
Yes.
And that's why, another reason why it's so important to actually get out there and exercise. What is the actual percentage, Elizabeth? On
62% of the population, I'm pretty sure, 62%, 32 million people in this country are actually overweight. And wow. 25% of people in this country are actually obese with a BMI above 30. These statistics are really quite frightening. And we're not discussing obesity tonight, but I think that's something that we will go into more next week, because part of the work that we're doing is to not just encourage you to exercise, which we want to do this evening, but also to look after your health, your mind and body, and make some good choices for your health. And our weight management program, which we are working on at the moment with 3 volunteers, that's all part of our philosophy and what we're hoping to draw you in and encourage you and motivate you to join us and join one of our programs.
Yeah, absolutely. So thinking about exercise, it certainly at times like this, when we are in lockdown, is that it, and I don't know about the rest of the world, and thank you those that are outside the UK that are joining us today. Thank you for coming along. But in the UK, it's we're in lockdown at the moment, and the problem is being stuck inside all the time, sitting around watching TV and doing very little. Really not good. We need, as you say, Elizabeth, we need to move that body.
It's like a vicious circle, I think, Dominic, because the less we exercise, the more lethargic we become, and the less we want to exercise. And the wonderful thing about exercise is that it does release those endorphins. You know, we've talked a lot about this, but it really does. And once you commit and get yourself into a routine of exercising, then you will start feeling healthier and you will have more energy. It's a magic thing about exercise. Exercise gives you energy. Exercise, I believe, actually gives you vitality. And sometimes, even for myself recently, it's taken gargantuan effort to get out there. But when I get back home, I feel so pleased that I've actually made that effort and I've actually done something, and I feel better and I look better. Yeah. And that's what we want to encourage you to do tonight. Exercise is essential for your health, for a healthy mind and body, because exercise is so important for our cardiovascular system. The heart is a muscle, and you need to exercise that muscle. Exercise is known to naturally reduce high blood pressure. It's great for our digestive system. And I know Dominic doesn't like me to talk about this, but we are a constipated nation. So exercise is wonderful for your digestion. It boosts your metabolism. So when we exercise more, we do burn off more calories, although research tells us that it's more important what we put in our mouth, not the amount of exercise we do. But those two hand in hand are essential for our health.
Yeah.
Exercise also, it helps monitor our blood sugar levels. And we've talked about people being pre-diabetic, and the incidence of type 2 diabetes is on the rise in this country. So for all of those reasons, all of those health reasons, we really want to encourage you to get out there and start doing some exercise. Take responsibility for your own health. As Dominic, you often say that we have to take responsibility. And we are being told, they are saying now, as Dominic said, that the death rate in this country is one of the worst in the world. And the contributory factor to that is the fact that there are such a large proportion of our population is overweight.
Yeah.
And this is an area that we are wanting to address with you and help you with.
Absolutely, yeah. So, you know, get out there, start moving that body, you know. It's I think I said this before, that, you know, haven't got to be anything, you know, really over the top. It can just be going for a walk, you know, and I know I have said this before, where set yourself a goal every time you go out for a walk, you know, time it, do the same routine that you normally do, and then time it, and then try to beat that time in the next time you do it, you know, without going too over the top, right? But set yourself goals. So if you do a 30-minute walk, next time try and do it in 25 minutes, and then begin to extend it out, giving yourself more walking further. It's important that when we do exercise, whatever type of exercise you're doing, that you do it for at least 30 minutes each time. So keep setting record for yourself, goals rather, and keep trying to break those goals and beat them, and keep improving yourself. That way you build up your stamina, and you know, and as you were saying before a little bit, it releases those endorphins in the brain, the happy chemicals, I call them, into the bloodstream, and so you feel better. Mentally, you feel better. You know, exercise is not just about getting rid of weight, because not everybody is overweight, but it's a very important contribution to helping you get rid of weight. at the same time, and just as importantly, it's very important for your mental health as well. Exercise. And haven't got to be walking. I think I said before about cycling. Cycling, if you've got a bike, go out. If you're not comfortable cycling on the road, go, push your bike so far where the canal is and cycle along the canal. But get out there and do some form of exercise. And if you can't get out, and for whatever reason, there are plenty of things on YouTube that you can watch. There's thousands of exercise videos out there that you can follow from at home. So get yourself motivated. Get yourself moving that body.
There's a rumor that we're going to do an exercise video as well, Dominic.
There is indeed, Elizabeth.
The health guidelines tell us that we should actually be exercising for 30 minutes 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And only 60% of our population at the moment are following those guidelines, which is pretty poor, to say the least.
Yeah.
And as Dominic just said, it does not have to be complicated. A brisk walk, wrap up warm, put a hat on, put your gloves on, and just get out there. It's amazing what you see when you're walking as opposed to driving in a car. Be nosy, have a look what's going on in your neighborhood. It's quite incredible. You do notice different things when you're on foot. Yeah. So it hasn't, as Dominic said, it doesn't have to cost anything, and it costs nothing to walk, and it's one of the best exercises for the body. Or you can go out cycling, you can dance around your kitchen, you can run up and down your stairs. There's lots of things that you can do to get your heart pumping, get that heart rate up, which is what you need to do at least 5 times a week for 30 minutes.
Absolutely.
It's not very much, really, if you think about it.
No, and you might not like it at the beginning, right? But keep doing it, because eventually the knock-on effects of feeling better in yourself mentally will motivate you to do it even more, because you like that feeling. You feel better mentally, and you start to look better physically.
Exactly, Dominic. Yeah. Very good point indeed. Once you start noticing how much better, how much more energy you have, how much better you look, and how much better you feel, that will encourage you as well. And if you need any motivation, we are here. Please ask us questions. We really want to help and encourage you to get out there. One of the things we always say to our clients is this: be comfortable when you're exercising, whatever form of exercise you decide to do. And one of the things that is quite interesting that I've noticed with some of our clients is their footwear. Some people just don't realize how important it is to have comfortable footwear, including socks. Comfortable socks make such a difference. If you're out walking for even half an hour and you're not comfortable, it makes it miserable. So think about that before you go out. Choose the right clothing. Absolutely. And get out there and enjoy yourselves.
And I've said before, don't overdo it. Go at the pace that's comfortable for you to begin with, and then begin to increase that pace as you get fitter, and you will get fitter. And I'm going to be bold enough to say that I really believe that if you do this, get in the habit of doing this 5 times a week, minimum of 30 minutes, come week 2 or 3, if that, you are going to be feeling so much better, not just physically but mentally too.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So get out there, move that body. It's so important at this moment of time. It's always important. But with this virus out there, and as Elizabeth just said, it's 62% of the people that died from COVID have been obese. That's correct.
No, we've got 62% of the population is overweight at the moment.
Right. Okay.
And many of the deaths associated with coronavirus, the correlation is with people who are overweight. I think even Boris Johnson admitted that he had severe problems in hospital because he was carrying so much weight. I think he lost 26 pounds in weight after he came out of hospital, because he realized, although he felt he was healthy, he realized it's very frightening. He could easily have died. And he realized that his problem was that he was carrying way too much weight.
Yeah. And it's not just, we all know, it's not just with COVID, it's any type of illness. If you're overweight, carrying too much weight on you, this is going to slow down your healing process and can cause complications as a result of you being overweight. So, get out there. Let's get that body moving now, and the summer's coming soon, hopefully restrictions will be lifted by then. So if you can get your body looking good, your mind feeling good, ready for the summer, this could be a summer just as good as last year, if not better, so get out there, get moving.
We have the hope of spring just around the corner. And as I think I said last week, we've got the bulbs coming up. There's lots to see out there. The snow that we've had the last few days makes everywhere look very beautiful. So, yes, we just want to encourage you to get out there. If you have any questions, I did write an article for an American newspaper about the importance of exercise. And if anyone would like a copy of that, just to email us and contact us, and I'll certainly send you a copy of that.
Yeah, well, our Twitter detailed and Facebook detailed are in below this video. So just send a direct mail to Elizabeth, and you'll send.
And remember, if you are living alone, you can be in a bubble with someone, and you can walk with them. You can social distance. So then you can encourage, ask a friend if they'd like to come out with you, and you can be, as long as you're socially distancing, we're allowed to go out and exercise, and you can then encourage each other to do it on a regular basis. I think it's quite good to have a buddy sometimes to have a chat with, and it's amazing how far you can walk when you're walking with someone else. You don't even notice.
Absolutely, yeah. I remember that walk you and I did last summer, Elizabeth, down by the river.
Yeah.
And we was meant to be half an hour. It was like 2.5 hours later.
Yeah.
We finished it. Couldn't believe how quick the time went.
That's right.
And I remember I was very out of breath. Because you had me walking really fast, but I didn't notice it at the time. So yes, that's a very good point, Elizabeth. If you have got somebody that you can go and walk with, a family member or somebody in your bubble, then do so.
I'm practicing at the moment, because my daughter, if I go out with my daughter, it's like a route march, and I'm thinking, wow. And last time we went out together, which is a while ago now, I was very out of breath, Dominic as well. So I'm really working at my walk and my pace of walking. I'm trying to improve. Yeah. And it's good to challenge yourself in that way. As Dominic said, start off perhaps with just doing half an hour brisk walk, and see how you feel, and just make little notes and challenge yourself. And
keep trying to beat your target, or keep extending that distance that you're walking, and keep trying to beat the time that you do it within. It's that's the motivation strategy within itself, setting those little goals.
And of course, from a health point of view, which is most important at the moment, exercise really does boost your immune system.
Yeah. So we just had a message from Pam.
Yeah.
Hi, Dominic and Elizabeth. Great advice. Since last month, been doing dancing workouts, watching YouTube video 45 minutes daily. Love it, as it's so energized and positive. Thank you for that, Pam. Yeah. Dancing is great. That's another great exercise. I think we talked about this before, haven't we, Elizabeth? put a piece of music on YouTube and just dance.
Yeah.
And
yoga as well. Yoga is a wonderful form of exercise.
Yeah.
And also good for the mind. There's loads out there.
Yeah. If anyone else got any ideas or tips how to do exercise and make it fun, then please let us know and we'll put it up. But it's so important. Get out there, exercise. And like Pam just said, she does it at home on YouTube, but she's moving the body, she's dancing, and she's enjoying it. That's really good. Get out there, exercise, and I can't say this enough. Exercise is so important, not just for your physical health, but for your mental health too. It really, really is. And these are pretty tough times at the moment for a lot of us and for a lot of people. And you need to take that responsibility to make yourself feel better. And one of the ways of doing that is exercise. It really is.
It's a positive thing to do as well, because it is sort of taking control of the situation and making yourself do something that's beneficial for your health.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, Dominic, I think we're waffling. So
I've got to say, Elizabeth, you're looking very nice tonight. Are you a bit dressed up? Are you on your way out somewhere?
Listen, Dominic, Tuesday evenings is my favourite of the week because I get dressed up, because although I'm not going out, I'm on the telly.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're not going out. Remember, we're on lockdown. You've got to follow the rules.
Lockdown, and I would love, like the rest of the population of this country, I am desperate to go out. I'm so hoping that they will open up the hospitality industry soon so we can go out. Yes. So it's goodbye from me. And is there something you want to say to close, Dominic?
No, the only thing I want to say is to everybody, get out there, move that body, look after yourself, be kind to yourself, and stay safe.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
And from me, stay safe, move that body, and we look forward to seeing you next week when we'll be discussing the obesity crisis and what we can do to alleviate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye. Take care. Bye, everyone. Bye.